Tsulong, what a boss. Let's put it this way. You got Valithra Dreamwalker mixed with Ultraxion. Very, very, very cool concept. I love it. Favorite boss to heal in this expansion, definitely. Maybe Elegon's up there as well, but this is a great one. We're going to go ahead and talk about, there's two distinct phases. Hopefully you know this by now. Day and night phase. Day and night. Anyway, I'm going to talk about each phase from a specific perspective and then, wrap it up, hopefully, overall. But night phase is first. Definitely phase is Ultraxion-like. Constant damage. And one mechanic that essentially, clears the damage, gives everyone a break. So, not much to say here except put your freaking big boy pants on because things are about to get heated. People... It stacks up, the damage stacks up with the stacks that you get. Alright, this is general raid stuff, so this is on you guys. But in terms of the healing, just be aware there's going to be individuals who aren't clearing, want to eke out a bit more DPS. They're not moving from the nightmares, so they're going to get feared. It wouldn't hurt to be able to dispel that fear, but you probably don't have a global for it, in my opinion. Just be aware that anyone gets hit by it that needs a dispel and needs a heal more, so... You'll get people dying of that. You'll get people taking crazy damage from that. You'll get people not clearing their stacks. It's a mess. It's definitely a mess. This is where you want to use cooldowns such as Trank, Healing Tide maybe. We'll talk about why. Maybe not for day phase, but Spirit Link definitely. Aura Mastery definitely. This is definitely Aura Mastery. And probably Bubble as well. Discipline Priest, the big bubble. Maybe revitalization as well. Anyway, just use like big cooldowns as needed. That's on your group. You want to talk about who wants to use that when. Cooldowns like that don't really help day phase. So single target like throughput cooldowns don't want to be saved for day phase. Just be aware though, as I said, you don't really need to worry about mana too much on this fight, but you definitely need enough mana to be able to heal the boss and heal everybody else through the day phase. It's going to be interesting, though. People will definitely derp. They'll get hit by shit. They'll get hit by all kinds of stuff. They'll need all kinds of healing. It happens. At least one person probably every time the nightmares goes off. Hopefully not, but just get ready in that. Get for that mindset. Spend where you can. Save where you don't have to. That's about it. We'll move on to the day phase. Day phase is going to take a while. We're going to do every class. Let's do it. Okay, quick note. I don't know if you guys noticed this when you do the fight, but... The freaking sky actually changes. Like, the whole area changes. It's so cool. Such a cool concept. This is definitely a great fight. The fact that it changes the entire instance every time he switches phases. Anyway, let's get into the actual mechanics. That's the seahorse. That's the boss. There we go. Day phase. Now, it's going to turn into a big old golden dragon. That's obvious. Hopefully healers understand that you need to be in front of the boss, a basic mechanic. He's going to do the breath, just be in front of him at all times. No real reason to ever move. In this phase, there's going to be essentially two major things you need to worry about. One is way more important than the other one. Let's put it this way. The minor one, the small one, the trivial one compared to the other part of the phase is individuals DPSing the ads. So DPS, maybe even tank, I don't know, but... They're gonna get dispel. They need a dispel. Just don't worry about why. Just do it. Everyone needs to dispel. You got 6, 7 healers. All 7 of them need to heal or dispel. Okay, needs to happen. They will die otherwise. Problem where this complicates things is the second most important thing. They might happen at the same time, and that's a trick because you need to be maximizing your throughput, but those people do need to dispel or they will die. So, unfortunately, the way I look at it is the best option is if you have 7 healers to have one kind of like the dispel bitch. You know what I mean? He makes dispelling his priority, healing the boss second. It's unfortunate, but it probably has to happen. Might not, though. You might get through otherwise, but you will see attempts where somebody needs to be dispelled and the breath is happening and everybody's just like, fuck you, you're not getting dispelled. And then there's like 4 other people that need it as well. And at least one of them is going to die. So, anyway, now let's talk about the breath. Look at it specifically. Gonna give you 500% healing bonus, bunch of mana. Plain and simple. Don't worry about anything else. When this happens, this is your time to shine. This is Velithra now. We've transitioned to Velithra now. If you did Velithra, very, very, very similar, at least mindset, where the healers are the DPS, essentially. You control how this boss dies. And you have to do a good job, or else the DPS won't be able to get down the rest of the health in the next phase. So, let's talk about how to maximize this. I'm going to do every class, every spec. Oh, well, every class and spec, basically. Where to start? Paladin, I guess, would be a good start. For everyone, at least general-wise, though, you'll want to pre-cast. Definitely want to pre-cast, okay? As long as you get the cast off the second the breath ends, you know, once you have the buff, it'll work. You can probably, everyone can probably eke out 3 to 4 globals depending on how you do it. I'm going to talk about what I think is the most optimal way, starting with Paladin. And if you guys have any, you know, objections, or perhaps you found a better rotation to use for those 3-4 globals, let me know. Paladins first, though. You got 3 major cooldowns. Okay, you got Kings, you got Divine Favor, you got Wings. You know what I mean? Maybe you got a Trinket. I don't know what you guys are doing nowadays, but they need to be used, and they need to be used well. What I'd recommend doing is popping 1, split second, getting the hammer down, pre-casting. Okay, they'll last longer than 4 globals no matter what, so it doesn't matter. You got 20 seconds, you know. Pop Wings, get the hammer down, and then as soon as his breath ends, have a precast hit. That's 1 heal. I would recommend a Divine Light. From there, you'd want to already have, always have Beacon on Tsulong, okay? But make sure you take it off when he goes back Devil Mode, because it will continue to heal him. Didn't know that. We killed the boss with me having Beacon on him the whole time, pretty much. Anyway, so Beacon on the boss. Tower of Radiance from Divine Light going to give you Word of Glory. Keep that, or Holy Power. Keep that in mind. Before this, though, make sure you have at least, you want to have 5 Holy Power. So here's how it works. Wings, or any cooldown. Throw the hammer down if you're using that. Hopefully you're using that. Divine Light precast. Hit him with that. Then hit him with another Divine Light. That'll give you, sorry. Divine Light precast. Here we go. Got it this time. Divine Light precast. Word of Glory on him. Or hopefully, if you're using Eternal Flame, hit him with Eternal Flame. Then you'll have 2 left. You'll hit him with another Divine Light. That'll get a 3rd Holy Power, and hit him with another one. That's 4 globals. That's the end of it. Okay? Don't bother with Holy Shock. It'll do less than just get another Divine Light off. That's the way I found to maximize. I can do pretty well with that. When you have Kings up, Jesus, is it insane. Lay on Hands apparently does nothing. I guess. I'm not sure. People are telling me that. I tried it. It doesn't seem to do much, so I guess it doesn't really work like it used to on Velithra. But anyway, that's Pally. Let's move on. Stumbled across my words there a bit. Maybe we do better with Shaman. Shaman are going to have a hard time doing this, okay, but it's going to be the same as Pally. You don't really have any throughput cooldowns, but you want to try to get a precast of your biggest heal off. It's up to you if you want to try the Healing Surge. I don't think that's the best option. I think Greater Healing Wave is the way to do it. Pop anything you do have. Totems likely aren't going to help. This is just going to be probably, I would throw a Riptide in. I'm not sure exactly how much throughput that's going to help you out, but I would throw a Riptide in just to heal. The Hot is going to definitely do something nice. Forecast, though, you know, Greater Healing Wave times 4. Riptide in there if you can, so 3 Healing Waves and a Riptide. It's up to you. Not the best option, though. Shamans aren't the best. Druid. Let's do Druid. Easy one for Druid. Life Bloom. You want Life Bloom to explode on him while you have the debuff. Okay, so it's up to you how you do that, but it needs to happen. That is definitely the best. Have Life Bloom explode. Good idea. Nature Swiftness. Instant cast. Either Healing Touch, perhaps Regrowth is a better option here, as it'll also put a Hot on. So, and any combination of that. Rejuve up during that 4 global span as well. So I would, instead of pre-casting as a druid, I would make sure you have a life bloom ready to explode within that few second window. And then hit him with a rejuve, and then instant, if you have the healing touch up, or instant regrowth, whichever you prefer, and then one other spell, I guess. I'm not really sure how many you can get in as a druid, but they are definitely the weakest, in my opinion. I think, truthfully, they are the weakest. So you'll have trouble with that, but it shouldn't be so bad. Now, Monk. We'll do Monk next. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. I've seen monks. They are insane. We're going to talk about why and how they do it. Okay, first off, your Life Cocoon. That's a 2-minute CD, if I remember correctly. Throw that up all the time whenever it's on cooldown. That needs to be up because it's going to, first of all, help your heals and help the other people's heals. Druid's heals will be doing a bit more, everybody else doing a bit more, so that's good. Throw that up when you can. It's going to make the boss look mad weird, but it's whatever. It has to happen. Now, here's the trick, okay? You got your Thunder Focus T. It's going to increase your flash type heal. I can't remember what it's called. Surging Mist, maybe. But anyway, it's going to increase that. That needs to be used in conjunction with that heal. This is what the best monks in the world do, apparently, though. Okay, this takes a bit of work, and it's definitely a lot more work than every other caster has to do. But go get 5 stacks for an instant free flash heal. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called. Surging Mist, I think is what it's called. Get it. You got to melee mobs. That's what that means, right? So there's not always going to be mobs in the area. It's going to be a problem. You're going to have to go find mobs and then get back to the breath in time. Not going to be the easiest thing, but if you can do it, and you can do it every time, you will be absolutely flabbergasted at how much HPS you'll do from an instant, because that's a free global, first of all, and that's your best throughput spell on a fight like this, you know what I mean? So absolutely do that, and then I guess from there, Renewing Mists, Surging Mists, anything you want to do at this point, I guess throw up Revitalizing Mists, just heal them. But that alone is going to do a crazy amount. And you'll see the ranks, man. Go look at the monk ranks. They got like 2-3 monks in a fight. If they got 2 or 3 of the really good monks doing a really good job with that, that's all you need. This boss doesn't even phase again. It's unreal. That's an exaggeration. But anyway, moving on to Priest. I would not recommend Holy for this. I know very little about what Holy would even do on this. I guess if you were going to do Holy, what's that shit called? Their buff where everybody gets more healing, the wings thing. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank today. Sorry. But throw that up for everyone else. I'm sitting down. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah, but throw that up for everyone else. It's going to help. Guardian or whatever. Throw it up. Everybody else will do a bit more healing, but it's not really worth it. It's not worth you nerfing your healing that much. Discipline is way better. Okay, much, much, much better. Just better throughput overall. As Discipline, you could, I guess you Penance, get that Grace buff up there, and then just hit him with big heals, greater heal, flash heal, whatever you choose. In terms of overall efficacy, though, Discipline seems to be much, much greater. Holy just doesn't have that behind it, so that's pretty much it. Fumbled around a bit. Hopefully you excuse that. But that's an interesting phase. It definitely is one of the craziest fights I've ever done. In terms of healing, this is a really, really, really fun fight. This is going to happen twice, by the way. As I said, make sure you hold HOTS. Don't let things go on him while he's transitioning. People will say it doesn't heal him, but it does. I looked at the logs. I don't think that's intended, but you got to deal with it, so that's about it, Just really, really, really cool fight. Everything looks beautiful in this fight. But as long as you got down the healing, you could show off, flex a bit. It's going to be, people will like that for sure. So, see you on the next one.